Hi, everyone. Welcome to Little English Podcast, your cozy space to learn English in a simple and relaxing way. I'm so happy you're here. Take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's improve your English together. One small step at a time. Have you ever felt like your life isn't really moving forward? Like no matter how many times you tell yourself to change, things still stay the same? Maybe your days feel repetitive. You wake up, check your phone, go through your routine, and suddenly it's night again. And deep inside, there's a quiet voice whispering, I could do more. I could be better. I felt that too. For a long time, I believed change required something big, a perfect plan, a clear direction, or a moment where everything finally made sense. I kept waiting to feel ready, waiting for motivation. But that moment never came. And maybe that's the truth we need to accept. Life doesn't change all at once. It changes through small decisions we repeat every day. The problem is many of us don't start. Not because we're lazy or incapable, but because we're afraid. Afraid of failing, of looking foolish, of trying and seeing no results. So we stay in what feels safe, even if it makes us unhappy. Over time, that fear becomes invisible. It no longer feels like fear, like it just feels like, this is who I am. Sometimes it's not fear, but confusion. You want something better, but you don't know exactly what that means. Your goals feel vague, and when your direction is unclear, your actions become unclear too. So you wait for a perfect plan, for clarity. But clarity doesn't come from thinking forever. It comes from doing even small and imperfect actions. Then there's that inner voice, the one that says, I'm not good enough, I always fail, I can't change. It's powerful. It can stop you before you even begin. And the hardest part is, we believe it. But that voice isn't the truth. It's just a habit, a way of thinking. And like any habit, it can change. What if, instead of criticizing yourself, you supported yourself? Not in a fake way, but with patience and honesty. Instead of I can't, say I'm learning. Instead of I'm not enough, say I'm improving step by step. Your mind listens to what you repeat, and eventually it believes it. Perfection is another thing that holds us back. We want to feel ready before we begin, confident before we try. But that perfect moment never comes, because confidence doesn't come before action. It comes after. You build it by starting imperfectly. I remember when I first spoke English out loud. It felt awkward, and I made mistakes. Part of me wanted to quit, but I didn't. I kept going just a few minutes a day, and slowly something changed. Not suddenly, but truly. That's when I understood the power of small steps. They seem too simple, reading a page, writing a few sentences, listening to a short podcast. But when repeated daily, they add up. More importantly, they change how you see yourself. You stop thinking, I'm trying, and start thinking, I'm someone who learns every day. That's identity, and it matters. Because when something becomes part of who you are, it's easier to continue. Your environment also shapes you. The people around you, what you watch and listen to, all influence your mindset. If you're surrounded by negativity, it's harder to stay motivated. But adding even a little positivity can make a difference. You don't need to change everything at once. Start with one small thing, one helpful podcast, one supportive person, one simple habit. And then you build momentum. At first, it feels slow, but once things start moving, it becomes easier. So if you feel stuck, maybe the answer isn't something big. Maybe it's something small you can do today. Read a page, write a sentence, take one step, or simply choose to believe, even for a moment, that change is possible. Because it is. Not overnight, not perfectly, but slowly, step by step. And one day you'll realize you didn't need a perfect plan. You just needed to begin. And those small steps you almost ignored changed everything. Thanks for spending time with me today. I hope this episode made your English learning a little easier and more enjoyable. If you like this podcast, don't forget to follow the channel so you won't miss the next episode. See you again soon and keep going. You're doing great.